Number 3 of this evening's action. We're going to be going into Monks versus Whiffmasters. I'm Digital Bacon, joined here by Switchblade J&J. This is an interesting one because Monks still without a win, and Whiffmasters are a team that sometimes have really strong weeks, and then others they just fall off. They're an interesting one to look at, and there's no real clean way to talk about this match because Whiffmasters should take this as a win. But Monks, we have not seen them of the caliber that we saw them in the qualifiers yet.
No, and that's a shame, to be honest, because I remember seeing this Whiffmasters, this Monks side, and we were looking at them just like, wow, these guys are sort of like a surprise entry. You know, we didn't really know what to make of them. You know, we thought they were a meme team at first because they all had like the Monk name literally embedded into them. It's not like a tag or anything, literally. No. Bad Monk, sad Monk, death Monk. They are the Monks. And we thought to ourselves, okay, well, they're not the most talented players, but they have got great team chemistry. And certainly, they ended up seeing a very, I think it was like 2 runs they had through the qualifiers, which they got through on their second run. And I remember them being absolutely dominant throughout. But that same dominance has not come to fruition during league play. And I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest, because it has kind of caught me off guard. They were sort of one of my sleeper picks. I thought they would be able to make top 4. But right now, as you say, 0-5 in the 5 weeks of league play. I think if they lose like 2 more weeks, and then I don't think they have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, like on the same note, I put them in as what I thought would be the 6th strongest team in league play before league play started. And then, well, just to be blunt about, to be honest, they have not won a game yet. We're on week 6. They've gone 5 games without a win. And they need to turn that around.
Not games. I think probably just like 5 series. Because they have taken some 1-game series, but I'll say they have taken some games in series, but they haven't actually won an actual series. And really, that is what's mattering at the moment.
Yeah, that is definitely it, Jen. They've got to turn that around here because we're coming to the halfway mark of league play. So nothing is set in stone yet. These wins can still come out for Monks. But they've got to start coming now because, of course, if we were to put them up against, say, Lausanne, where if the stronger teams, then we do expect those stronger teams to get the win. That's just how it is. We expect Lausanne to near enough win every single game. We expect Servette to win every single game. When it comes to the Monks, you've got to calculate it and take the wins when you can.
Yeah, and even some of the teams that you would hope they would have been able to take victories against, you know, the likes of Helvets or maybe Silent Gaming or Whiffmasters a few weeks ago. They've not been very successful at doing that, unfortunately, and you know, it does mean that the next couple of weeks especially are going to be extremely challenging for them because I believe they're up against Lausanne next week, and it's just like, wow. Do you really think that they're going to be able to win that one? Not me, personally. And against the Whiffmasters, it's unfortunate that just for their general underperformance, I'm actually going to lean to the favour of Whiffmasters overall.
Yep, so looking at the squad we can see today, we've got Bad Monk, Sabo Muffins, or Sabo Month, he's just going by Sabo today, interesting, and Sad Monk. So this was their squad last week in their series against, just trying to remember now, Arctic, where they looked really good actually. They took 1 game off Arctic in a 5-1 game actually, which was massive for Monk. And then the rest of the games were losses, but they lost by 1 goal on every single game. Literally, I'm looking at the results now. So that was super close to Monk. They looked really good. Last week was like all games which was super close. And we're sort of seeing a very similar result for this week so far. Now, on the opposite side, Whiffmasters, they had a very good week as well, just losing out to SURS, the Swiss Incredible Rebels, again in another series where, apart from their last game, they lost 2 of their matches in 1 goal difference games. So this one, I've got no real basis because if we base it on last week, I feel like Monk could take this because they played very strongly against the Arctic Gaming, Arctic Progressive, whatever they're going by, I completely forget now. And Whiffmasters going up against the Swiss Incredible Rebels, they look strong there. But I feel like if you just look at the replays, Monk may be the strongest side. And if they carry on that form to this week, who knows? We could see the first win for Monk.
Are you predicting the Monks, though? That's what I really want to know, because I'm personally predicting the Whiffmasters.
Go on, I'm going the Monks. I like the lads. I want them to finally get that win, and I'm going to say there's probably a bit biased for that one of their first wins. So let's go. Monks, my prediction, Jay.
All right then, well there we go. Another split prediction from myself and Bacon. I'm going with the Whiffmasters side, of course, and that means that now only one of us can win our prediction game for this next one. This kickoff for game number 1 on the blue side. It is the Monk side. And over in the orange, the Whiffmasters will be playing for glory on Neo Tokyo. So they kick things off with the right foot, but it will be the return back from the Monk side. It's actually the first shot on target, going to be very defended, and there we go. Bad Monk to Sad Monk to the net. It's an opening for the Monk side.
Let's break our little dance now because Sad Monk, boys, you're turning up. This is what we want to see. We do not want the Monks to come into this game slow. No, they've got to be fast straight off the back. They've got to be super aggressive, and they've got to be linking up those team plays. This is perfect from the Monks. They've just got to carry it on through. Remember, Whiffmasters were a squad that sort of struggled against the Monks in qualifiers, and it seems they may just struggle here.
Okay then, I may have to retract my prediction. I mean, it's only the opening 22 seconds, but regardless, wow, that is a very, very nice start for the Monk side, and certainly want to turn a few heads if you've been keeping up with all the weeks so far. They are going to be in the driver's seat as the ball goes back, and it will be the first setup from the Whiffmasters that will not go towards their favor. Ball back out. Okay, the fakes now coming through. This is so much more like it. This is what the Monks that we were expecting to see this entire qualifying season and for the entire league play as a whole.
The prophecy foretold of this moment, Jay, that the Monks would return, that they would rise from the ashes of defeat. And here they are. The problem is they've got to go for a whole best of 5. This is only game 1. Let's not get too excited this early. Don't get me wrong, I am blooming excited right now because I'm so happy that the Monks are back.
Indeed they are. It is only the opening 60 seconds, but they've gained such an advantage above the Whiffmasters. You've got to wonder if it's possible to even get back into this one. They can score some goals back, and in fact, there will be a shot going back off the backboard here for Sad Monk, unfortunately. Not going to get followed through by Sabo, because Timo has himself a little bit of control. Ball out, still going to go in towards that corner as they try and hold down the offensive pressure. The Monk side just going to keep things going here into the orange half. But the shot going to get put on target by Bad Monk and Wizzy. For some reason, they've all named themselves off of Amard, at least on the past part of their name. Now they are going to be back into the defensive regardless of what they're called. Sebo tries to put a shot on target, not going to quite go well for him though.
This is looking better though for Whiffmasters. You'll notice when they're making their saves, when they're making their clears, they're doing it whilst covering the goal. This is a lot better from them. 3 minutes still left. They've sorted out their defense. Now they've just got to work on that attack.
Oh, this is not good. Okay.
I was just about to say, they might have not sorted out their defense then.
Just about saved by the wall in the back line, so that's fine for the Whiffmasters for the moment. But once again, the pressure just continuing here from the Monk side. The ball going off that backboard. Sabo, shot on target. It's going in. 4-0 now for the Monk side. They are shutting down the Whiffmasters. And again, in completely unexpected fashion. I did not see this coming from a mile away, Bacon. Although I'm not going to say that I'm unhappy to see it, because I certainly am.
Oh yeah. We look at this, and I think I'm just going to quickly get up the results now. Yeah, Monk have only won 3 games so far in league play. Unfortunately, dropping 15 in total now. And for them to come out 4-0 into the first half of this game shows they've got the confidence, they have got the control. Oh, this is a great result so far. Sabo Muffins, we'll say, has had to been picked up as a sub this season, and he's been played more than Def Monk, I do believe, by now. He has been a wonder sub who's been putting in the work and is now showing they can fit in with the team plays.
Just all the shots coming through the Monk side have all the offensive pressure, and it's really been just a challenge for Whiffmasters to break out of their own half at times. Finally going to get a chance right now as the ball will go on target from Timo. Sadmonk just going to put it right back towards his teammate, and Badmonk going to follow through as he actually takes Timo out. So Demo's coming through. Amard missing as he goes back away. Good pinch, and Sad Monk is fortunately back in the back of the net, so he's able to save it, get the clear back out to the corner and try and set up the Monk's aggression again. Ooh, but Bad Monk misses. Saber's got to be here, and he will be able to defend it. keeping things to the favor of the Monk side as the time ticks away, and there's a lot of goals still for the Whiffmasters to make up. They're running out of time. 1 minute and 25 seconds left on the clock. I gotta doubt the possibility of this, and with Saba with all the ball control, trying to see if he can go for a goal. Timo, will they be able to deny him as he demos him out the server? Sad Monk will still keep the ball on target, however, trying to see if he can get it dunked down, but not going to be able to score that fifth.
Great pressure play at the moment as well by the Monks. We're just keeping the ball in their opponent's half. We get a breakaway now, but they're just waiting to close it on out, and they're just making sure they hold this scoreline. Whiffmasters, they've just got to pick up the pace and make sure that they're communicating correctly with each other.
Oh, no.
Oh, another great goal from the Monks. This was brilliant little duo played from, I think it was Sab Monk. And yeah, look at that, keeping it close and then just Sabo jumping in to put even more pace in it to catch the rotation off guard.
Now, what a momentum swing from one to the other, and that pretty much is going to be it. There's no way they can score 5 goals, a goal every 10 seconds essentially on the part of the Whiffmasters. They're going to be backed up here. Ball into their own half. Timo and Amar trying to see if they can find a way forward. They will be able to get it back away, but Bad Monk is still on the other side to receive it, so the last 30 seconds that get ticked by. The rest of this game is all just a formality at this point, Bacon, and what a dominant start from the Monks side, a 5-0. Even if they didn't get a couple goals out now, it'd still be at least a 3-goal lead for Monks to take a dominant hold of this first game. And I mean, you called it, man. You thought this was the week where they would be able to do some seriously good work, and I have to admit, I mean, it's still a full series to go, but this first game is a hell of a turnaround for the Monks that we've seen so far here in league play.
Yeah, even with my prediction of saying that I reckon Monks are going to be able to take it this week, because it's more a case of they have to, so they're playing with that fighting strength of they got to win it this week. So that's a lot of pressure behind them. It's going to propel them forward. We were not expecting a 5-0 in the first game. That was just unheard of, essentially, I think, even so far in league play.
Yeah, absolutely unheard of. Or at least I certainly haven't heard of it.
From the
covering
Monks,
most of the league. From the Monks, that's for certain. A complete role reversal to basically everything else that we've seen so far here in the TCS eSports League. It's just absolute madness now. And again, this could be the opening they need. This could be the way that they need to get their first series in the bag here in the league, in league play. Just depends on how much Whiffmasters are going to be able to adjust for it, because, you know, one game shutout doesn't necessarily mean the whole series is going to be a shutout for the Monk side.
Definitely. Sab Monk putting on some great passing plays in this game with Sabo has been so crucial. Bad Monk as well has been putting in work, and it's just those three are doing those team plays. It's what we've been needing from them all season. It's what is their strongest attribute. On the opposite side, Whiffmasters seemingly coming into this not expecting it. They weren't expecting it. Amard wasn't expecting it. Timo wasn't expecting it. Wizzy wasn't expecting it. And now, since we played out that game, this is where it's going to change around. And I reckon this is going to be a super close game number 2.
Yeah, super duper close right now. Let's see how much Whiffmasters have adjusted, however. Monks are currently in a serious driving seat right now as they take the early control. In fact, Saba's going to try and follow this through with an early goal to the favour of his team. And Monk and Sam Monk going to be forced to back off so that way they can take control. Ball out, actually challenged successfully by Amard, means that there's some chances out here for the Whiffmaster side, but it's put ball, dangerous ball. Saba's going to take control of it. Okay, bouncing it off the floor. A first scored by Monks here in the opening 20 seconds. Oh my
Have the
God,
Monks
that's
been
ridiculous.
throwing for the first 5 weeks? Like, where does this come from, Jay? Just where does this confidence? And I think that is more it here. The confidence to pull off aggressive plays like this. Where does that come from?
I do not know. I mean, we're talking in the last series about Silent Gaming having a fire lit under themselves after that initial own goal. So, you know, maybe it's just a full start for 5 weeks to try and see if they can get that fire lit underneath them and try and see if they can take a very dominant game here. Oh, but Amard putting a close shot. Timo will come through and follow it up. There we go. Whiffmasters open things, return back in this series and get their next equalizer, their first goal in the series.
And now the game is set. 1-0, the first goal actually for Whiffmasters. And so, this Like I said, I reckon it's going to be a lot closer, so this is definitely going to get exciting. Guys, make sure you're ready.
Oh,
defense,
what?
make sure you're ready, because Sabo is just going to keep racking it against you.
Didn't even need the flip reset. Poof. No one was there. No one was there from the Whiffmasters. 2-1. Monks establishing dominance in the early part of this secondary game. Looking to see if they can get another goal out here. 3-1 would just again put some serious hell on the backboard for the Whiffmasters. Sabo with the ball out to the midfield. Great control, you're saying that right. Sadmonk actually has a lot of control of his own accord, but couldn't quite stop the ball dead in its tracks. So open net going to be denied, cleared back away. Now Amad has it back towards Wizzy. Ooh, but a little bit too far forward. That kind of inaccuracy is what's going to cost you, but fortunately the 50-50 goes well, and Amar's going to try to see if he can put one on the back of the net. Sadmonk with aerial dribbles going a little bit too far wide though. So Timo will be able to control. Bamont will put a shot on target, going wide once again. Wizzy's still going to be there. Sabo again, trying to get the redirection, trying to see if he can challenge Amar. And two players will commit towards it, put it back towards the blue half. Can they follow through with a goal? No. Sadmonk there to deny as he keeps it inside the corner, but not for long. He's sent it up. Ooh, close challenge, but Badmonk keeps it off target.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Sabo actually getting in the way and intercepting it. You can see definitely Whiffmasters needing to make the most out of this. They pressure their opponents into the back quarter here. The problem is Monks seemingly able to control it, and Sabo finally getting out high. We've seen Sabo get very aggressive, not only in his attacks, but he's also throwing out some demo plays. And of course...
Oh my word! Oh, oh, oh my god, Badmonk! That is insane. That is absolutely insane.
Jay just going for some absolute Craigasm moments there. Just, that's all we are feeling right now. Everyone that has watched every single week so far knows what this means. The Monks with a dominating performance so far. Whiffmasters really struggling to put much together. And remember, this is a Whiffmaster side that took Lorsane to game number 5. And here against the Monks, it's like, you know, sorting the men amongst the children, essentially. They're just on two completely different levels.
Two completely different levels is right. Like, this is a pure outclassing from the Monk side. I almost feel bad for the Whiffmasters to a certain extent because they're just struggling to find anything. Defensive, offensive, pressure applied against them. How do you break out of this situation? Backboard players coming through. Finally, Amar's going to try and get something away from it. It's not over yet, but a minute and 50 left to go on the clock, and still the Monks are looking like the most dominant force in the world right now. It's Timo, backed up, Sadmonk in control, bumps Wizzy out the way, and that's going to be enough to get the goal in. Off the crossbar, no! How did Sabo miss that? I have no idea.
But it's also, Jay, just those little follow-up close passing plays no one seems to have an answer for on Whiffmasters. Plus, the defense is just so solid. They're, okay, not so solid, but Sabo makes it work, gets it on out, admittedly. Amar can't get the drop because the interceptions. They're not only following each other close to the Monks, but they're following their enemies and basically blocking out with 50-50s everything that the Whiffmasters are trying to do.
Close on the part of Sabo once again. Just to save it here, 60 seconds left on the clock. The Sadmonk goes back with the backboard, followed up from Sabo. Badmonk going to be back in the midfield, make sure that he can control it. Over to Sadmonk, who has the ball off the backboard. Badmonk chipping it a little bit too far wide. No follow-up should come through. Amar should have control of this one, but he's got to clear it all the way downfield. 45 seconds then to score 2 more and bring it to evens. Potentially turn this overtime to their favor. With the way that the Monks are just playing right now, they're just going to keep this ball away from everyone. Every single player they can afford to find here on the Whiffmaster side. They're just going to deny every opportunity for them. Sabo misses. Sadmonk will follow through. Back to Sabo up here towards the corner. Timo returns fire into the box. It will go. But no follow-up from any one of the Whiffmasters means that time continues to tick and they continue to be behind by 2 goals. Backboard touch. Badmonk going to put it away. Sabo to follow through, but it's just passing between these 2 players on the back lines. The final 10 seconds comes through. It does not look likely here for the Whiffmasters. 5-second last shots to try and see if they can score a goal, and Sadmonk will put a shot on target, which should be enough to put themselves on match point. What a performance in these 2 games from the Monks side as they take match point. Nothing on the board for Whiffmasters just yet.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. We're just going to quickly get a new server made up as the players have requested it, so that's absolutely fine. Now, Jay, the reason why Monks are playing so well is that it seems throughout the previous weeks they weren't able to play their game at a pace which would win the matches. Essentially, here they've taken the accuracy and the passing plays that they were good at slower rate. But now they've ramped it all up, and basically they're moving around the pitch faster than what their opponents are, faster than what the Whiffmasters, and then you throw in the fact of their team plays near enough, those passing plays between them and those close follow-ups, as well as the blocking of their opponents, and it seems to be an unbeatable formula.
Yeah, like, it's completely unbeatable. Again, this is what we were hoping to see from the Monk side, but as you say, that slower, more methodical play style, them just holding down the chemistry, has just turned into an all-out attacking force, and it's absolutely unreal because this is a completely different Monks that we've seen all throughout the entire season of league play. Plus, I'd even argue a completely different Monks than what we saw actually end up qualifying to the TCS eSports League. Like, this is honestly, this has come so far out of left field. I was not expecting this at all, Bacon. And yeah, I've nothing else to add to that. Like, it's just a completely unexpected turn of events.
The thing is, this is good because we were saying Monks need to turn it around now, and that's because they're still within a chance to make top 4, to make LAN. Could you imagine just the whole script behind that, the tale of how Monks go the first 5 weeks without winning, and then turn it around and still make LAN by making it, I don't know, just squeezing and getting 4th place? That would be awesome, just literally as a storyline for them.
Yeah, it would be something insane. Like, that would be a hell of a way to get to the LAN itself, certainly. You can't deny the fact that it would have been earned on the part of the Monks side. But of course, it's a very long time and a very long way to go. So,
still got 2 months, dude. It's
still
crazy.
Still 2 months. Yeah, there's still. This is only week 6 out of 14. So there's plenty more matches to come here in the TCS eSports League. So we're going to get straight into our 3rd game, potentially our final game of the Monks versus Whiffmasters matchup here. The Monks currently looking for their 3rd and final victory to put themselves with their 1st series win in the league itself, but Waymard has other ideas. A kickoff, 3 seconds is all it takes for him to score the 1st.
A great kickoff here from the lads in orange. Amard just receiving it perfectly. This is how you come into game 3. This is how you start reverse sweep, Jay. The confidence is going to be super high, and clearly after that, server restart, everything is even now morale-wise. Yes, the Monks still have 2 games, as wins for them, but that morale, that sort of momentum coming over from game number 2 and game number 1, respectively, isn't there anymore.
Oh,
what a save.
Barely held on by Sabo, as you say. What a save it was. Bad Monk still going to try to get a good opportunity back here, but Sad Monk actually, I think him and Sabo just collided into each other to get that ball back away. They're actually going to be able to return fire back into the offensive line of the Whiffmasters side as they hold down, as you say, reinvigorated with life as the momentum is slowed down, but they still get another shot opportunity that Timo is just going to be able to save on the quick counter rotation. It's actually a last-second counter rotation more than anything else. This 1st minute has been filled with action so far. The Whiffmasters have been the ones coming out on top, however. They're trying their best to keep control of this series, to keep themselves in this series, as Timo passes back to Amon, and he's going to fake it out entirely. 2-0 on the part of the Whiffmasters.
Look, let's just take a moment of appreciation here for the big brain play coming out from Amon up in the air, going up to make it look like he's getting hit, to redirect it down, but no. It's all a lovely little bloof, a pretty little distraction, and the ball is allowed to gracefully drop on down to the net. 2-0 now in favor to the Whiffmasters, who come out strong in game number 3.
Just about holding out strong. Amard, ooh, close, but no cigar on that shot. Sam Monk will come through just about with a save. Trying to see if he can follow it all the way around in towards this corner. He's got a good shot, but it's going to be missed. Wizzy Challenging is appropriate to apply that pressure. Now Sam Monk back into the center. That's a dangerous ball, and Sabo is just going to be able to save it. It's going to be a complete role reversal with the Whiffmasters getting that 5-0 victory, but it's just about denied at the very last hurdle on the part of Sam Monk. Now Sabo and Bad Monk going to combine, but Bad Monk misses that ball. It goes back to the blue half of the pitch. Timo with a fake back here once again, but a good pass back away will keep Wizzy on his toes. He tries to defend it, low on boost as the ball goes off the backboard. Bad Monk with an awkward redirect that goes way too far wide. So Monk unable to score there first for the moment. They start the offensive pressure, but finally it's killed and returned by the Whiffmasters.
Defense now for Whiffmasters is also so much better. It's why these goals from the Monks aren't getting on in. They're sending one player forward to make the interception or the challenge, if you want to call it that, and then they're always making sure they have one player back. But these attacks, it seems like the air in the sails of the Monks is just sort of depleted. There's nothing propelling them forward at the moment, and they've slowed down. They need to find that pace once again, Jay.
Yeah, how are they going to be able to do it though? They're going to try and keep up with the aggression, or they're going to try and return back to that standard patented Monk play style of going slow and methodical but solid. Certainly a change of pace back to that slow style might be doing well, but take a look at how aggressive the Whiffmasters have been playing of their own accord. Good
well, the thing is,
Sabo.
Jay, here,
Bad
they
Monk.
need to pick this aggression up once again. They've slowed down in comparison to games 1 and 2. This is a lot better into this sort of, like, I would say, fourth play after that third goal. This is so much better from the Monks. They've just got to try and keep batting away at their opponents.
And they have got the offensive pressure in the early part of this kickoff phase. Now Ban Monk puts it towards the corner where Wizzy is trying to hold it down. Amar's still here. Wizzy still playing in the back lines. Zama goes completely past the ball, so Wizzy has an opportunity, but Sam Monk denies. Puts it over to the right-hand side. It will get dropped. Amar missing. Timo follows back. Good touch. Ball dangerous, in fact, for the Monk side. Sam going to try to get a shot on target, but no. Amar completely denies it. Ball still dangerous. Someone's going to get this shot. No, again, it goes wide. Timo's going to gain control, but Bad Monk, out of nowhere, will finally score the first for the Monk side.
The Monks now, for the last minute, have had all control here, Jay. 1 minute 30 remaining. Do you think the equaliser could happen? Do you think Monks can get 2 goals in this time?
I think it all depends on how quickly they can get those return goals, because certainly if they can get one right now, it's all possible. But look at the Whiffmasters back in the offense once again. They're straight up with Amar and Timo. Timo, in fact, going to go for the redirection touch back towards Amar. No, Amar's not ready to follow suit with that. Wizzy will try and recover, but it's not going to happen. But you see, if they'd scored that right there, then that probably would have put paid to any comeback that the Monks could have brought. The kickoff didn't go well. They'll still keep this one up. Timo off the backboard. Third man to come through, and Timo's just not quite in position, so it will not be the fourth score, and Monks will have their chance back here in the last minute.
We come down to that last minute. There you go. Up on our screens right now, and then of course on the players as well. Watch that play across the whole net, pulling out those defenders, and Bad Monk can just sink it away. Sabo, this has been his best game ever.
Yeah, he is doing insane right now. Although he's not quite the top goal scorer, that's Bad Monk's favour. He has been the enabler for his side. Sabo, a key member of the Monks, it seems, right now, as they continue to keep aggressing down. But Timo's got a chance here. He's out of boost. We won't be able to follow suit with that entire clearance shot. But Wizzy still has an opportunity back into the box. Amar the follow suit back of the backboard. Third man touch to come through from Timo, but he misses, so the rotations have to come in thick and fast from the Whiffmaster side as Bad Monk takes control. Wins it out towards the corner, misses the second touch because that's where Amar is going to feed and clear. 30 seconds still remaining. As the Monks fall back into the defensive line, they can just get the save and the clear. They have another chance to potentially equalize, take us to overtime, potentially take this to a 3-0 sweep, but it would have been a challenge with shots coming through from Amar, not quite the follow through from Timo. Wizzy trying to put it back towards the center, but Bad Monk now has run out of boost, leaving up to Sad Monk and Sabo as the ball goes right back to the other side. 3 seconds left. Timo up, Amar to dunk it down, and Wizzy just going to kill the ball. Whiffmasters stay alive in our series as they score the first game.
Yeah, 3-2 there, 2 Whiffmasters, and you could see the Monks at the end, Jay, panicking quite a bit. I will say as well, this is, we're talking about Sabo and his best performance in the series so far. Amard in this game has seriously stepped it up. He has been performing out of skin, and his points up on the board reflect it. If this was a normal online match, You know, that would be 1,300 points because in private games it gets halved. That is a ridiculous amount of points.
Yeah, it's insane from him. You know, even take a look at those stat lines: 2 goals scored, 5 shots of which we put on target, and 5 saves overall. It doesn't matter if it's offense or defense. Amard is a god at the moment here for the Whiffmasters, and certainly a step up that this team needed to try and get back into this series. But they still got to go for the full reverse sweep. Bacon, do you think it's possible, or do you think it's all for naught?
It is so possible. Whiffmasters, that game had so much pressure at the start. It all comes down to them. Actually, I think they've got to demo the monks. They've got to remove them and stop the monks from playing their style, from playing that passing plays that again. They just need to remove them, remove the players, and break up their rotations essentially, and then you've got it. But the problem is,
oh my god!
I was gonna say the monks were leading the second half of that last game. They've got the momentum coming into this.
Sabo off that backboard, and then just Bad Monk coming in from the other side. What a setup, and partially thanks to the fact that the defense was too far forward to try and deny that ball. I was watching too much Counter-Strike, and Amard has been watching too many shot montages. Jesus.
Well, another great kickoff from the lads in orange. Whiffmasters, JFE knows it. They do have the better kickoff here. They have been winning them a lot better. The problem is their follow-ups generally. When you've got an opportunity like that, you've got to sink them. Another one coming out from Wizzy, putting it this time to the corner. This is a lot better from Sabo because it's generally, once the monks get the ball hit down to the end, they'll try and work it from there. They actually encourage their opponents to win the kickoff so that they can get the first sort of response. It's a risky style.
Oof. Still close coming in from both sides as Amar tried to get a good shot. Sabo missing his back pass to Ban Monk. We'll be able to hold face at the moment as Amar looks for a way back in. Good shot now set up too far wide though. Whiffmasters cannot quite score their second follow-up. Bad Monk once again puts it close, but no target found. So we tick past the first minute of game number 4 here. The Whiffmasters trying to see if they can find a way to stay alive at this point. It looks like both teams are trying to play around each other's pace. Amar's got to get this save out here. It's an awkward ball. Bad Monk going to try to dunk it down, but not quite going to happen. No backup there either to try and recover from his position. So really off that backboard, he was just hoping he can get a reverse shot. Now Wizzy puts on target. Bad Monk there to save it. Follow up to clear from his teammate in the back corner. As it will remain our 1-1 here, Bacon. This is going to be a bit of a closer game, it seems.
Yeah, you can definitely see Whiffmasters focusing on their attack here because due to their really far spaced out nature.
No way!
Oh, the bumps! Dirty, dirty goal!
Look at Amard in the back lines. He pushed Bad Monk, the only player that could have saved that shot, and Timo recognized that. No worries. Don't sweat a thing for the Whiffmasters, because now they are back in the lead and back in contention for this series entirely. They only won by a single goal in that last matchup, and now they're looking to put a third on this board here. As they keep up the pressure, Amard back to Wizzy. Wizzy's actually going to miss that ball because he's a little bit out of position. But that still means that Whiffmasters have a plenty of positions. Oh no, the bumps from Sadmonk. He returns the favor. 2-2 Monks. Straight fire back into the orange half.
That is a beautiful, happy little coincidence there from Sadmonk. Lands near enough, bumps Timo straight on out, and then can put it away himself. Brilliant stuff to equalize this game, and this has been super close. Like I said earlier, Whiffmasters really pulling it up in their attack, but their defense is a little lacking due to those super far wide rotations. It's the best they can play though, Jay, here.
Ball out, Ban Monk missing, Sabo. The ball into the back corner. Wizzy tries to gain control, tries to get to Timo in particular because he knows that there's so many players pushed up aggressive. If they let that one get centered up, and that could be a ball in the back of the orange there. That will be the Whiffmasters conceding the lead back to the favor of the Monk side. And really, they can't afford to do that right now. Neither team can really afford to, but more especially them. They'll still get a shot put slowly from Timo. Bad Monk with plenty of time to rotate in, but just about gets it back out of position as they continue to set up here in the blue half of the pitch. Whiffmasters have Wizzy. Gets it to Timo, backboard touch, third man to come through. Aimod's way back in the back lines, but he's going to force it out. Sabo actually right there. Timo is going to get there to try and control, challenged by two more players, keeps it inside the blue half of the pitch. Now it goes back, bounce down. Sabo's got to gain control, and he will be able to gain control just about, but it's going to their teeth. They hold on to the equalizer. Return fire, but Wizzy puts it high.
That hit from Wizzy as well, the double touch to send it off, fantastic. Both these two sides now really confident in their defense. Their attacks, they're trying, but just not able to find a way around them. Like I said earlier, demos like that from Amard on Sabmonk will create an opportunity, will create an opening.
All away, Sabmonk touching for a shot. Amard back here. Sabo and Sabmonk also back in his positions. The corner position that Badmonk should be able to clear away. Down to the wire for this last minute of game number 4. Whiffmasters need a goal in order to secure themselves a chance. 60 seconds remain as Wizzy out to Amard. Amard going to follow through. Sabo pushes it back towards the other side where there are more players in the Monk squad, but look at the interception from Timo. Back to Amard. Amard misses. That could have been a shot on target. That could have potentially ended the game right here, but it's just not going to happen as the ball continues. They try their best, but in the end, the defensive pressure is too much and the Monks get the clear.
This is feeling like a 1 goal left in it game. Monk a little bit too high on those aerial dribbles, but the fact that the Monks are varying up their attacks is good here. They're trying to keep the defense of Whiffmasters on their toes.
Demos out as Amard goes down. Sabo trying to dunk it together, but he's too high. His offensive line, his accuracy has not always been 100% in this game, but they'll pay the price for it. 15 seconds. Wizzy's got control of the ball, gets it past the first, not quite past the second. Follow-up's going to come through from 2 players, but Sabo is the man to get the clear back, pick up the 100 boost. Can he follow suit? No. Timo has the ball back into the blue corner. They're trying to keep it up, trusting they can return fire. That's certainly dangerous for the Monk side as Amard intercepts. Sabmonk puts it back over to the orange side. Timo's got to get this clear. It's close, but no cigar. Absolute chaos in the left field, and it's overtime for game 4.
Everything on the line, on 1 goal here. Monks get this and they win the series. Well, if Whiffmasters win it, they go through to game number 5 and have to deal with all this pressure, all this stress once again. That's on target, but Amard, well done with 0 boost there.
Just holding on. Overtime. I think our second overtime of the day, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly an interesting and appropriate one as Sabmonk almost got the goal in thanks to the fake. Badmonk still going to try and see if he can put a shot on target, which Amard is once again there to defend it. Sabmonk keeping hold of the positions, just keeping a hold of the pressure into the midfield where they will have an opportunity set up now. Sabmonk off this backboard. Amard, bit of a whiff, bit of a miss, but regardless, it's still going to be an opportunity for the Whiffmasters to get back into this one. Sabo going off the backboard. Sabmonk to try and redirect. No challenge. They recognize the danger. They're going to be able to keep this away as well. The Monk side have to rotate back. I'll try and see if they can defend against the pressure coming through and see if Sabmonk can get past the first. He will be able to. Back on for a shot against Wizzy, and Wizzy will keep it away from the net. So all pressure applied by the Monks so far. They are starting to pick up the pace. Again, go for the aggressive play style that won them those first 2 games. And now Badmonk trying to see if he can put it away. Not quite going to happen as the Whiffmasters are great on the defense.
Yep, and the Monks though here have control of the boost. This has been what they've been focusing about all the time here, just making sure they secure that middle. Amard's just actually gone out to grab a middle boost, and that's going to help them break out here. Monks are playing their game, and Whiffmasters trying to claw themselves back in with some control, and they are doing it very well.
Indeed, they are. Ooh, crucial miss, but Timo was there in support just in case Amard had missed that. Now Wizzy's got an opportunity with the aerial dribble, but runs out of boost, meaning that the Monk side are able to take control. Now back into the corner where Amard is here to defend. Sabo, control back, can't quite get the redirect onto the center line. Timo It's completely out of boost. Got to fall back, got to rely on Amar to get the defense. Sabo challenges 50-50. The ball is dangerous, but Timo does follow suit to go back. 100 boost picked up by Sabo in the midfield. Going to try and keep it in that midfield, or potentially go forward. Oh, Wizard has found a way, but not quite. Bad Monk, the last line of defense, just rotating in time, keeps it away for the moment. But Whiffmasters still have the offensive pressure. It's returned back, and Amar has got to get this defense. He will be able to do so, but that got way, way too close to call.
And it's still close here, Jay. You can see the 50-50s are what Whiffmasters are trying to pull out here. They're trying to use that to counter the Monks. They know the Monks aren't as comfortable anymore. They don't have that accuracy. They don't have that confidence. They don't have the 2-game lead, essentially, after that reset. This is getting tense. 3 minutes of overtime already played out.
Going for another game right here. Very, very long overtime, it seems. The Monks and the Whiffmasters continue to do battle. Redirect faked by Amar. It's not going to quite go in because it's way too far wide to the left. Now, Amar, 1 point of boost. Not going to be able to follow through on that one. Salmon will put it back. Dunk down. Oh, he's found the double touch. What a goal. Sandmonk out of nowhere. It looks like the Whiffmasters weren't expecting it, and I certainly wasn't. But they are going to be able to secure their first series. Monks have broken the cycle from hell, and they are going to be up by 1 in the TCS eSports League.
I'm so proud of the Monks, Jay. They did it. Like, the truest underdogs, the most underdogs, the runts of the pack have just come out and put on such a good performance here against Whiffmasters, being able to secure their first win of league play here in week 6. And this was a spectacular series to watch. We saw Monka-esque moments in chat, and yet that last goal there coming out from Sad Monk perfectly hit up into the curvature of the roof to drop it directly down, and he can follow it through. After all that waiting, Monks have been rewarded. We know they trained for this patience. They've got it, and here they're starting to show the spoils of all that time in training.
Yeah, I mean, I can't give them enough credit, man. Like, I honestly believe that Whiffmasters will be able to do it, and they certainly held up a pretty decent fight in those last couple of games. But in the end, the Monks were too strong, and they're going to be able to take a 3-1 series. Finally, a series to their favor, as they are going to, again, put their first on the board. It's been a hell of a long journey, and they've got a hell of a long time still to come forward for them, because they've got plenty more matches in the next few weeks. But of course, that's looking towards the next few weeks for the Monks. We've still got one more matchup. This is the big daddy of the day. The top 2 teams, arguably the 2 teams in the top 3, I guess you could say. But they are the top 2 teams, you could say, in this particular league, and they are facing up against each other. Law Sane versus the Swiss Incredible Rebels, both at a record of 4-1 here so far in league play. This is going to be a hell of a match, so make sure you do not go anywhere, because after this break, TCS eSports League has its final match of week 6.